What if a single knee injury in 1996 erased the NBA's brightest young dynasty before it truly began? In 1995, the Orlando Magic reached the NBA Finals with two young superstars, Shaquille O'Neal and Anfernee Hardaway. They just knocked Michael Jordan out of the playoffs. At 23 years old, Penny was already a two-time All-NBA first-team selection, playing at an MVP caliber level. The future looked unstoppable, and then everything fell apart. By the end of this video, you'll understand how close Orlando came to building the NBA's next great dynasty, and how one devastating injury changed the course of basketball history. The Orlando Magic franchise was barely 6 years old when they drafted Shaquille O'Neal first overall in 1992. Shaq was an immediate force, winning Rookie of the Year and transforming the Magic into a playoff contender overnight. But Orlando needed a floor general to unlock their full potential. In 1993, they traded for Penny Hardaway, the third overall pick. Initially selected by Golden State, the Warriors sent Hardaway to Orlando in exchange for first overall pick Chris Webber. It was a franchise-altering trade. Penny was unlike any point guard the league had seen. At 6'7", he had the size of a forward, the ball handling of a guard, and the vision of a true floor general. He could see over defenses, finish at the rim, and defend multiple positions. In his rookie season, Penny averaged 16 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.4 rebounds while leading the Magic to their first-ever 50-win season and playoff berth. He finished runner-up for Rookie of the Year to Chris Webber, the player Orlando gave up to get him. By Penny's second season in 1994-95, the Magic weren't just competitive, they were dangerous. The 1994-95 season was Penny's breakout. He averaged 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 4.4 rebounds per game. He was named to his first All-Star team and earned All-NBA first-team honors, placing him among the league's absolute elite. The Magic finished 57-25, winning the Atlantic Division. But the playoffs were where they made history. In the first round, Orlando demolished the Boston Celtics. In the second round, they faced Michael Jordan, back from his first retirement, and the Chicago Bulls. This was supposed to be Jordan's triumphant return. Instead, Penny and the Magic eliminated Chicago in 6 games. It remains one of the most significant playoff upsets of the 1990s and the only time a team beat Jordan's Bulls in a playoff series during their dynasty years besides the expansion years. After outlasting the Indiana Pacers in a grueling 7-game Eastern Conference Finals, the Magic advanced to face the defending champion Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals. Orlando was younger, faster, and had beaten Houston twice during the regular season by double digits both times. The Magic felt confident. Some would later say they felt too confident. Despite leading Game 1 by 20 points at one stage, the Magic collapsed late. Nick Anderson famously missed 4 consecutive free throws in the final seconds. Kenny Smith tied the game with a three-pointer, sending it to overtime. The Rockets won. Orlando never recovered. Houston swept the series 4-0. Still, Penny performed brilliantly, averaging 25.5 points, 8 assists, and 4.8 rebounds while shooting 50% from the field. The finals loss stung, but at 23 years old, Penny looked like he had a decade of championship opportunities ahead of him. He didn't. Entering the 1995-96 season, expectations were sky high. When Shaq suffered an injury early in the season, Penny elevated his game even further. He was named NBA Player of the Month for November, averaging 27 points, 6.5 assists, and 5.8 rebounds. He finished third in MVP voting that year. The Magic won a franchise record 60 games. Penny was again named All-NBA First Team for the second straight season. But during the first round of the 1996 playoffs against the Detroit Pistons, Penny's career changed forever. In Game 1, Detroit's Joe Dumars accidentally collided with Penny while going for a rebound. Dumars' knee slammed into the back of Penny's left knee. The injury didn't look catastrophic. Penny kept playing, not just through that game, but through the entire playoff run. I was going up for a rebound and he slammed his knee right into the back of my knee, Penny later recalled. From that point on, my knee never felt the same. Penny even played for Team USA at the 1996 Olympics that summer, winning a gold medal. But when training camp started for the 1996-97 season, the pain was unbearable. An MRI revealed he had torn his meniscus. He underwent surgery. The explosive burst that made Penny special began to fade. He'd never be the same. In the 1997-98 season, Penny suffered another devastating left knee injury early in the year, requiring more surgery. He played only 19 games that season. The injuries compounded. Each surgery took a little more away. Penny later admitted he underwent 2 microfracture surgeries on his left knee, a procedure that few players at the time fully recovered from. I went from being dynamic, fast, athletic to just being a post-up guy that was hobbling down the court, Hardaway said years later. By the time he was traded to the Phoenix Suns in 1999, Penny was no longer an all-star. He was a shell of his former self, battling depression as he struggled to reconcile what he once was with what his body would allow him to be. While Penny battled injuries, another devastating blow struck the franchise. In the summer of 1996, the same offseason Penny had his first knee surgery, Shaquille O'Neal became a free agent. The Magic had every advantage. They held Shaq's bird rights, meaning they could exceed the salary cap to re-sign him. There was no luxury tax at the time. They could have paid him whatever it took. Instead, Orlando lowballed him. The Magic's initial offer was 4 years, $54 million, far below market value. For context, Alonzo Mourning and Juwan Howard had just signed 7-year, $105 million contracts. Shaq was worth more than both. Making matters worse, the Magic reportedly criticized Shaq's rebounding and defense during negotiations, a baffling strategy when dealing with one of the most dominant forces in NBA history. Then came the final insult. The Orlando Sentinel ran a front-page poll asking readers, "Is Shaquille O'Neal worth $115 million over 7 years?" Over 5,000 people called in. 91.3% said no. Shaq, training with Team USA at the time, was humiliated. His mother saw the results displayed on a billboard visible from her office window. On July 18, 1996, Shaq signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, 7 years, $120 million. Some have speculated if Penny stayed healthy, would Shaq have stayed? A healthy Penny meant a stronger title window. It meant more finals appearances, more leverage, and more belief that the Magic could compete with anyone. With both stars healthy and improving, the Magic likely would have done whatever it took to keep Shaq. Instead, the dynasty ended before it ever matured. Let's understand what the league lost. At 23 years old, Penny was already a 2-time All-NBA first-team selection, a 2-time All-Star, 3rd in MVP voting, averaging over 21 points and 7 assists per game, one of the best playoff performers in basketball. Most players don't reach their peak until their late 20s. Penny never got to enter his prime. If Penny stays healthy, he doesn't decline at 25. He improves. His shooting improves. His decision-making sharpens. His leadership deepens. At 6'7" with elite court vision and athleticism, Penny was a prototype for the modern NBA. A big guard who could do everything. He influenced an entire generation of players who came after him. With health, Penny becomes a perennial MVP candidate. He likely wins at least one MVP award. He makes 8 to 10 All-Star teams instead of 4. He retires as a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Instead, his career faded into what if. Imagine this timeline. Penny stays healthy. He and Shaq continue improving together. Orlando offers Shaq the max contract immediately. No lowballing, no insults. No newspaper polls. Shaq stays in Orlando. The Magic don't just make the 1995 finals. They make multiple finals throughout the late 1990s. They battled Jordan's Bulls year after year in the Eastern Conference. When Jordan retires in 1998, Orlando becomes the East's dominant force. By the time the Spurs and Lakers emerge in the early 2000s, the Magic are already a championship dynasty. Penny and Shaq win multiple titles together. Their partnership is mentioned in the same breath as Magic and Kareem, Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq. But that's not what happened. Instead, Shaq left for Los Angeles, where he won 3 championships with Kobe Bryant. The Magic became a middling franchise for years, and Penny's career became one of basketball's greatest tragedies. Penny finished his career averaging 15.2 points, 5.0 assists, and 4.5 rebounds over 14 seasons. He made 4 All-Star teams and 3 All-NBA teams, all before age 26. After his prime, he bounced between Phoenix, New York, and Miami. playing as a role player while his knees deteriorated. He retired in 2007. Today, Penny is the head coach at the University of Memphis, his alma mater, where he's built a successful program and given back to the community that raised him. But the numbers don't tell the full story. Penny's influence extended far beyond his statistics. He showed that a 6'7" point guard could dominate the game. He paved the way for the modern positionless basketball we see today. Players like Ben Simmons, Luka Doncic, and LaMelo Ball owe something to Penny Hardaway, whether they know it or not. Penny's story isn't a failure. It's a reminder of how fragile greatness truly is. He wasn't soft. He wasn't uncommitted. He didn't give up. His body simply wouldn't let him finish what he started. The Orlando Magic were closer to a dynasty than most people remember. Penny Hardaway was better than history sometimes credits him for. And the championship window wasn't a fantasy. It was real. It was within reach. One healthy knee could have kept it open for years. In 1995, the Magic had everything. 2 young superstars, a 57-win season, a finals appearance, and a future that looked limitless. By 1996, it was already slipping away. The knee injury robbed Penny of his explosiveness. Shaq's departure robbed Orlando of its second star. And basketball history moved forward without them. Penny Hardaway's career doesn't end with what could have been. It ends with what should have been. And just like that, the Magic dynasty ended before it ever truly began.